Norman, Oklahoma is a town of around 130,000 people, and it's the third largest city in Oklahoma. But we have the most visited shopping district in all of Oklahoma. I'm Marcie Billen, and I'm a real estate agent here in Norman. So you guys usually like my driving videos, so I wanted to show you this area and what is slated to possibly happen so that you can decide how close or how far you want to be from this area. So my husband Hanson moved to Norman in the early 2000s. I moved to Norman in 2007. So when my husband moved here, Target was just a pile of dirt. And I did a little digging, a little bit of research on this, and I figured out that the pile of dirt was actually there for a reason. It was a backstop for a gun firing range. Back, whenever I first visited Norman, whenever I was like 11 or 12, I-35 was pretty small, and now, it's a large highway going through Oklahoma. So it made sense to me that they would have a firing range right there, even though I was like, man, that's incredibly close to the interstate. So they cleared the dirt pile and put the largest Target in the state in Norman. And yes, I'm one of those people who likes to go and walk in Target. Like, come on, it's amazing. So this area of Norman is actually called University North Park. This is a great location. It's right off of I-35 on 24th Avenue Northwest between Robinson and Tecumseh. As far as things to do in Norman, University North Park holds Target, of course, as we discussed, and then several restaurants, including some of our favorites. We have like Red Rock Canyon Grill here, The Ranch, Torchy's, Hideaway. There are a lot more. Legacy Park is right next to Red Rock Canyon Grill. There is live music in this park during great weather. I wish it had bigger trees, but it doesn't at this point. Target, as I mentioned before, is one of the largest in the nation. Crest Foods is across the street and has affordable options. This store is huge. So often when people call me to discuss moving to Norman, we discuss the cost of living and how much lower it's going to be compared to other spots. So as I mentioned, I'm Marcie Billen, and I am a real estate agent here in Norman, Oklahoma. So I put out this free content for you on this channel so that you can get an idea of what Oklahoma and Norman is like, because you are maybe thinking of moving here. If you find this helpful, please go ahead and hit that like button for me. And of course, I'd be thrilled to help you if you are moving here, so go ahead and give me a call. Usually things that are more affordable here for my clients as they're moving here from other states like Arizona, California, New York are going to be gas, groceries, and housing. So also recently, the powers that be in Norman also announced a possible $1 billion entertainment district, and it's going to be right here in this area. This sort of arena, the main part of it's going to be the arena, and it was highly contested in the past. The city actually voted it down. So this would include that performance venue, that arena, like I said. It would hold things like OU basketball games and gymnastics events, concerts, things like that. And then there would be more retail shops and restaurants. That was mentioned in the announcement, plus housing. So the majority of this entertainment district will be located across the street from these apartments in this big open field, and also behind these apartments between Tara, the apartments, and Emmy. There's been discussion about this entertainment district, especially in connection to OU's move to the Southeastern Conference in 2024. So another thing that's being built out here that is almost open and probably will be within the next few months is Trae Young's brand new athletic center. So his foundation was building this. This center should be open in 2024. It's supposed to be open in 2023, but it's not. And it's been built as a multi-sport athletic center. As far as housing in this area, there are a few hotels. This is typically where people are going to stay whenever they're visiting town. And then there's also these apartments here. There are other communities that are close-ish to this district, like Greenleaf Trails and Trailwoods and Vintage Creek. They're just within driving distance. Like, walking to this is not really an option. Sometimes I avoid University North Park, like, just to be honest with you. It's very commercialized, as you saw, but some of my favorite restaurants are there, so I do go, obviously. It's not where our favorite grocery store is. Our favorite grocery store is Sprouts, and it's on Main Street in Norman, not in University North Park. Ultimately, our town has to have stuff like this because we are a city of 130,000 people. Whenever you go south, there's other towns, for sure, amazing small towns. They just don't have what we have here in Norman. So Norman can be sometimes like the hub for southern Oklahoma, and I'm not sure that that's a bad thing. So let me know your thoughts.